So these are new Shimano Exage rods. They came out earlier this year. I've been fishing them since March, and I really like them. And the best thing about them is they're $99, so they're an inexpensive rod, but you get a lot of quality for 99 bucks. They have Fuji components, in both the reel seat and the guides. They're light and sensitive as far as the blank, just because it has a 30-ton carbon blank. So it's really light, and again, for 99 bucks, it's an awesome rod. I have two completely different models. I have a 7-foot medium spinning rod, and you could do a lot with this. Everything that you want to do with a spinning rod, you can do with this rod. I've used it for drop shot, shaky head, wacky rig. It's good for skipping docks with a wacky rig, and it's also good for small swim baits. The little tiny Kitex works great for that. What I really like the most about this is probably two things. Is the reel seat. It's a nice thin design, so it's really comfortable, and then also the placement of the hook keeper. Down here, out of the way, it's perfect for putting your hook or your drop shot weight, and it holds it pretty well. So that's what I really like about the spinning model. They look good, and again, for 99 bucks, I'm really impressed with these rods. Now the other one that I have is a 7'6" heavy crankbait model, and at first I wasn't really sure what all I would use this for. Obviously big crankbaits, it works great for a 6XD, but I've also really liked throwing big lipless crankbaits, like the 3/4 ounce models. It works really well for it, especially with that long length. With a heavy bait and a 7'6" rod, you could cast this a mile. That's just a physics thing. You could cast it very far. It also works great for spinner baits, those big spinner baits. It works good for buzz baits, even swim baits. I've used it for that. It's heavy enough that you can throw some smaller swim baits, paddle tail swim baits with this rod and still get a good hook set. It has a really long handle, so that helps for getting those long casts in addition to the length. Again, that hook keeper is down here, so it's out of the way. It's not going to get hung up. It's not going to affect your cast. Your line's not going to get wrapped in it. It's pretty smart placement for that hook keeper, and it's just a solid rod. And there's a lot of different models available. If you look at Tackle Warehouse, and I'll put the link down below, but there's 9 casting models and 4 spinning models. So really just about every technique in bass fishing, there's a rod in this lineup for you. It's a good quality rod, 100 bucks. Whether you're a beginner just getting into it, or if you're experienced like myself, you could still find and appreciate the quality of the Shimano Exage rods. So 100 bucks, can't say enough about the price point. They're really solid rods, especially when you consider that.